Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ken Dog. Welcome back to the next picks video. Today we're doing week 11 picks video. Before we always have our co-host Max. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing all right. How's it going, everybody? Sports expert Max back once again for week 11 picks. And yeah,
But yeah, how'd you do last week?
I went 6-8. I picked a couple. I gambled on a couple upsets. I missed on them, and that was my bad.
I went 7-7 last week. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think this week's gonna be a really good week of football. I'm very
yeah,
excited to
true.
watch football this week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start
Yeah,
it.
cool.
On Thursday Night Football, where the 2-7 New York Jets, wow, playing the 8-2 New England Patriots. This should be a something.
Yeah, I
Nonetheless,
mean, it's the Jets Patriots. Patriots are 14-point favorites in this game. They're a big favorite at home. The Jets are coming off 2 wins in a row, so maybe they'll play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
but yeah, who do you have winning this week?
I have the Patriots winning this game. I think this is kind of obvious. This is not the type of game I really want to go into upset mode with. A primetime game at home. I think Mike Vrabel's team gets it done, and they have the 1 seed to play for, so I think they'll play pretty well.
I think they're actually one of the best teams in football this year, and I'm scared of the Patriots this year.
I know. Pretty good.
They're so good. Wow. But yeah, I'm
But with
picking
that
the
being
Patriots.
said, Ken Dog is picking the Jets. I'm just kidding.
I'm not picking the Jets. Also, forgot to say, this week, bye week, we have the Indianapolis Colts and New Orleans Saints on this bye week. Now our last Sunday morning football, where the Washington Commanders heading to not Miami, but it's the Miami Dolphins in Spain. This should be
Yeah,
an
you're gonna.
interesting game.
Yeah, the Dolphins surprised a lot of people on Sunday, beating up the Bills pretty, brutally. They won 30-13, and the Commanders are coming off the loss against the Lions. It's just pretty rough with Marcus Mariota out there. That defense is pretty bad. That secondary, they have injuries. It's just a very old team with not a lot of young talent that's really struggling out there without their
You know who's
quarterback.
actually looking really good? Deebo
So
Samuel.
I don't know if I'd say that because I have him on my fantasy team, one of my fantasy teams, and he does not get a lot of points. Maybe he had one good
But if
game,
we
but
have what's it called, Daniels playing a lot.
Daniels, he's not playing.
That's what I'm saying. If Daniels was playing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm picking the Miami Dolphins because I don't trust whatever the Commanders have. And beating a really solid Bills team, that's something to say that the Dolphins are gonna win.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins as well. The Commanders, I don't even know if the Commanders will win another game this year. They're in brutal shape. It's an old team. They have the oldest team in football. They have no quarterback. It's just those guys are just going to get fatigued easily. It's just going to be tough to see the Commanders really stay competitive the rest of the season.
Sad after having a really good team last year. But yeah, now we have our first 1 o'clock game where the Carolina Panthers are heading to Atlanta, play the Falcons. That should be an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the Carolina Panthers who are 5-5, the Falcons 3-6. Vibes aren't too immaculate in Atlanta right now. While the Panthers, they are coming off a pretty brutal loss against the Saints. Panthers have just been really inconsistent all year, and I don't know what to expect from them.
I know. I don't know who I'm going to pick. I'll make my decision after I hear yours.
Okay, yeah, I have my pick. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons at home in this one. I know the rule is not to pick the Falcons, but I really don't have faith in the Panthers right now. Falcons have already lost to the Panthers this year. I don't know if they'll lose to them twice, especially at home. If they can get the run game going, I think they have a pretty good shot with Bijan and Tyler Algier, who's really stepped it up in a backup role behind Bijan. And that Panthers, I don't know. I mean, the way they're calling the offense. They're just not giving Bryce Young a lot of opportunities. And when he's not getting a lot of opportunities, when he has to go into Atlanta and face a very tough pass defense, I think the preparation is going to be weak. And I think the Falcons are going to take advantage there.
I want an answer. How did the Saints beat the Panthers, but the Packers can't beat the Panthers?
Packers offense has just been very meh lately. I think people are seeing that right now. I mean, I called the Packers overrated a long time ago, and Kenny didn't believe me, but hey, try telling him.
Be quiet over there. Let's talk about the Packers in like 3 or 4 picks.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Falcons because I think the Panthers, they're inconsistent. You're saying I agree with you what you're saying. They're very inconsistent.
Indeed.
And the Falcons went to overtime with the Colts. But yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. Ooh, this should be a great game. Where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Buffalo play the Bills. Buffalo's favorite in this game.
Yeah, the Bills are favored in this game. Not a big surprise. They're both coming off losses. Tampa's starting to show some flaws. Tampa had a bit of luck early in the season. They won on a lot of walk-off scores, like a lot of last-second scores. And then the Bills, they've played very inconsistent football lately. Josh Allen, he's been kind of up and down. I feel like he's letting drives stall, but it feels like the lack of weapons for the Bills right now is starting to catch up to them.
Yeah, they're not looking good.
No. Big game for both teams, though.
Yeah, whoever wins, the Bills have to win this game if they want to still be contenders with the Patriots for the AFC East.
Yeah.
And if the Bills lose this game, I think it's the Patriots division for the win.
I agree, 100%, Kenny.
And I think I'm going with the Bills.
Okay.
Because you're right about that. Baker Mayfield has a lot of walk-off wins this year. I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
if you take 2 of those away, they're 4-5.
I know. And it's in Buffalo. It's very, 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 very hard to play in Buffalo.
Yep.
I picked
and with
Bills.
That being said, I'm picking the Bills as well. I just think it's more of a must-win game for the Bills at this point, and they're going to, especially with the Patriots schedule, you got to win these games, and I think they're going to find a way.
Just like Tampa Bay is probably going to win the NFC South. The Bills has to win this game if they want to win their division. Or not down the road versus New England or some sort of team week 1 of the playoffs. This is a big game for him. I don't think Josh Allen's playing like a poor player this year. I don't think he's playing he's not good this year.
I wouldn't say he's not good, but he's not playing as well as what we saw from a year ago.
He's not going to win the MVP this year.
No, because that's going to be Dylan Gabriel.
Max.
What?
No.
He's up for Rookie of the Week. He's up for Rookie of the Week.
Okay. Now we have the Houston Texans heading to Tennessee, play the Titans. This should be an interesting game. The Texans off a comeback win against the Jaguars, and the Titans off a bye week.
Yeah, sounds like we might have Davis Mills again for the Houston Texans, the Hudson Texans, and then you have the Tennessee Titans. No. They stink. But again, the Texans offense has been inconsistent this year. I mean, more bad than good. And Davis Mills coming in there into Tennessee, maybe things can be a bit interesting.
I know. I'm picking the Texans to win. Because
I'm picking the Texans. Yeah, I'm picking the Texans as well. I'm not picking the Titans again this year. Sorry, they suck.
Until they win a game.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Even if they win a game, I'm still not picking them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they suck.
Now let's go to to Minneapolis, where the Chicago Bears are heading to Minneapolis play the Vikings. This should be a great game.
Yeah, you got a divisional matchup here between Ben Johnson and Kevin O'Connell, two very good offensive-minded coaches. You're going to have Caleb Williams versus J.J. McCarthy. Not sure what happened with the Vikings last week. They just struggled for the most part. They started off well, didn't have a lot of flow towards the rest of the game. The Bears last week, the Bears played last week. Oh, yeah, they played the Giants. They kind of got bailed out because Russell Wilson came in the game for the Giants. So I don't know how to feel about that. So it wasn't the best week for either team last week, even though the Bears won.
But yeah, I'm going to Minnesota Vikings with this one because it's at home, and I don't think the Bears are actually really good.
Okay, I'm taking the Chicago Bears in this one. I like Ben Johnson.
It's their first split this week.
Yeah, I like what he do for this offense. Kevin O'Connell, a lot of his play calling can be very suspect at times, especially in a close game, especially in like short yardage situations. There's times where he gets kind of antsy and the Vikings kind of crumble there. I think if the Bears can rush the passer a little bit, I think that'll definitely frustrate J.J. McCarthy. And Justin Jefferson hasn't really shown a whole lot with J.J. McCarthy. So I think the Bears kind of show something here. I think Caleb Williams scores a couple extra touchdowns to where the Vikings are a bit out of reach.
Yeah. Okay. I hope the Minnesota. As a Packer fan, I'm hoping Minnesota wins.
Yeah.
First time ever saying that. Okay, now we have the Green Bay Packers heading to East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the New York Giants are playing. Where it's Jameis Winston playing this week.
Yeah, famous Jameis playing over Russell Wilson. Definitely the right decision by Mike Kafka. I don't know what Brian Daboll's obsession with Russell Wilson was, but hey, he's gone, fired immediately, so nobody cares about his opinion anymore. So, the Green Bay Packers, though, Kenny, you can explain how it's been the last couple weeks.
Offense. Wait. Oh, no.
They've been smellers.
Defense. Sack that quarterback. That's literally what our team's like.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you about that. Yeah. Our offense is like, defense. Literally. That's literally what our defense is like this past week. Few weeks. But yeah, I want to hear your pick, because I know what I'm picking.
I'm picking the Packers on the road. I think they'll bounce back here. I think Jameis Winston will be a bit turnover prone. I think, the Giants, I don't really trust that staff. Mike Kafka stinks. He's the interim head coach because they have nobody else. So give me the Packers.
I'm picking Packers too.
Yeah, you've only picked the Packers every game this year.
They need this win if they want to make the playoffs.
I know.
But yeah, now we have the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Pittsburgh, play the Steelers. This should be an interesting game.
Yeah, we got a divisional match between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Joe Flacco might be back this week versus with Aaron Rodgers. This should be an interesting game.
Yeah, the Bengals defense just really scares me in this one, but the Steelers defense hasn't been, great as well. The Aaron Rodgers looked terrible versus the Chargers. I don't know if this is a sign of things to come for the rest of the season with old man Rodgers, but yeah, both these teams don't impress me very much.
I don't know who's going to win. I'm pretty sure I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's at home. And Joe Flacco's about to play.
And Joe Flacco's been good for the Bengals. You say that like that's a negative. Jake Browning's worse.
True.
But yeah, I'm taking the Steelers as well. I'm going with you, Kenny.
I'm just saying, it's at home under
Steelers
their own
defense.
crowd.
Eagles defense is booty buns.
Yeah.
I think we could score off the Bengals defense, Kenny.
Yay! Let's have some Pee Wee football out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we have our last 1 o'clock game where the Los Angeles Chargers heading to Jacksonville play the Jaguars. Chargers off a huge win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, like up there. And Jaguars lost last week because they blew it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. The Jaguars blew the game against the Texans. That was pretty bad. I mean, you cannot blow that game versus Houston against Davis Mills in the fourth quarter. You're up 29-10. That's just really piss poor. Trevor Lawrence just didn't do his job. I know they had some injuries on the receiving end, but still, and there's going to be no more Travis Hunter for the rest of the year too. Very disappointing rookie season.
I thought Travis Hunter was pretty good this year.
He was mid. He had a couple of solid catches, but that's really it.
But yeah, I'm going to Chargers. They're looking really good right now. They might be winning There's a good chance it might be Denver versus Denver or Los Angeles going to win the division. Kansas City's not going to win the division.
Yeah. I'm taking the Jaguars in this one, and here's why. I don't trust Justin Herbert with that offensive line. I know they played a solid game against Pittsburgh at home, but I think going on the road in Jacksonville, I think it's going to be a whole different animal. And I mean, that offensive line, I don't know if you saw the stat, Kenny. Every single player on that Chargers offensive line is bottom 2 or bottom 3 in their respectable positions on Pro Football Focus grades. It's that bad. And I don't know if Justin Herbert can make some plays with guys like Glad McConkey, Quentin Johnston out there, Rondé Gadsden, but I think the Jaguars pass rush is going to show enough with Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen. If they can somehow get Devin Lloyd back, that'd be a bigger bonus, and even Brian Thomas Jr. So I'm going to take the Jaguars in this one. I'm surprised only 11% have the Jaguars.
What's it called? Is Trevor Penning playing as on the O-line?
Who?
Is Trevor Penning playing the O-line for the guy that got from New Orleans?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I thought you said Rashard Penny.
Sorry. Some guy. NFL
Trevor
guy.
Penning. Trevor Penning.
Sorry. But yeah, let's do it at 4 o'clock where the Seattle Seahawks heading to Los Angeles play the Rams. This should be an interesting game.
Yeah, you got the Seahawks and the Rams. Very good game here. Game of the week, in my opinion. You got 7-2 Seahawks at 7-2 Rams. There's going to be a lot of Seahawks fans there. Seahawks have only lost one road game in the tenure of Mike Macdonald, which is very notable for this matchup. And Sean McVay, there's times where he can slip up, and but Matthew Stafford's playing it like an MVP this season, MVP level.
I'm going with Los Angeles.
Why?
Due to the fact they're playing really good on off, they've played really well at home this year. The Rams.
Yeah, I am worried about Devontae Adams. It sounds like he might play, but I don't know how healthy he's going to be if he plays. I am a bit worried about that.
True, I saw that also.
Yeah, again, looking at what the Rams have done with their volume from their receiving, it's been a lot of tight end usage, and it's really been working out well for them. I'm going to take the Rams in this one as well.
They're playing really well at home.
It's going to be a tough one for Mike Macdonald to win on the road here.
I know they're playing one of the better teams on. They're one of the better teams at home this year.
Yeah,
the Rams are. But yeah, let's go to Arizona, where the San Francisco 49ers heading to Arizona play the Cardinals. Is it back-to-back weeks where AFC West play each other? That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to think about that.
It is wild.
Wow. But yeah, I don't know who's going to win this game. It should be an interesting game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think this game is going to be won by the team that plays the most physical. 49ers, I don't know who's going to start a quarterback. I don't think it really matters at this point, but they're coming off a tough loss. That defense really looked bad against the Rams. It's the Rams and the Cardinals. It's going to be another week of Jacoby Brissett. There is going to be no Marvin Harrison Jr. because of appendicitis. That's a big injury. Or
What
big
is that
huge loss. It's appendix surgery. He had to get his appendix removed.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 49ers because of that.
Yeah, I've already picked the 49ers before that. I'm picking them anyway. I just think there's too much. They're just too banged up, the Cardinals.
Why are you guys playing at 4:00 this week?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand that at all. At home too.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to fill in. They just need a fill-in game.
Pretty much.
But yeah, where the Baltimore Ravens heading to Cleveland play the Browns.
Yeah, they're gonna play the Cleveland Clowns.
I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah, same. Dylan Gabriel sucks. I hope he gets stage 4 Piccolo. So, because he sucks.
You guys are getting ready to learn Fernando season.
I hope the Saints are Jets don't get him though.
You want Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, I'll take him or Ty Simpson in the draft or Dante Moore. So
Fernando had a great ending versus Penn State last week.
Yeah, he did.
I love that call by Klatz.
Yeah, that was a great call by Gus and Joel. But yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. Dylan Gabriel, he needs to be staged out immediately. He sucks. Screw him.
But yeah, now we have the Kansas City Chiefs heading to Denver, play the Broncos. This should be a very, very, very interesting game.
Yeah, we got a good matchup here.
If Chiefs win, they have a chance to win the division. If Chiefs lose, they're not winning the division.
Yeah, the Chiefs have to have this one. It's going to be a tough one in Mile High. But you know what, Kenny, I'm picking the Chiefs. I don't trust the Broncos offense at all. They've punted the most in the NFL, despite being 8-2. I think it's going to finally catch up to them here. I think the Chiefs play a really stellar game. The Chiefs won like 28-17 or something like that.
I'm going with the Chiefs as well. I agree with you 100% with that.
Amir Korea-Shaw, Colby Benton-Albertson in shambles because we're picking the Chiefs, not the overrated mid Broncos. Sorry, cry.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's go to Sunday Night Football, where the Detroit Lions are heading to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Eagles off a weird game against the Packers, and the Lions beat the Washington Commanders. Who do you have winning?
Yeah. This should be a good game. It's going to be a tough-fought battle. It's going to be at Lincoln Financial Field. That's going to be a big advantage for the Eagles. But the Lions do have a lot of pieces on offense. They can score a lot of points on any given day. With Dan Campbell now calling the plays, it looks like there's a lot more openness on the offense and a lot more motivation to get things done. With the Eagles, though, I think that ground game could come into play here. But I'm going to take the Lions on the road here. I like the moxie of Jared Goff in this type of matchup. I just think the Eagles' play calling is really holding them back right now. And there's a lot of tension right now. A.J. Brown and such.
Okay. Who do you think I'm picking?
The Lions.
You'll see in a second.
Okay.
I'm going with Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yes, let's go. A split. Let's go. Let's go, Kenny. Finally.
I don't like I just can't.
Like what?
I hope the Lions. I hope the Eagles win this.
And he's using bias in his picks.
But you don't mind it.
No, because you're picking a different team than me.
I don't want the Lions to win because
cry, Eagles, cry. AJ Brown, soy boy, beta cuck.
You saw what he said today, right?
Yeah, he's like far left too.
I know he is.
He's a clown. Screw him.
I know.
Hope he gets stage 4 with Dylan Gabriel.
Let's go to Monday Night Football and let's get out of here. Where the Dallas Cowboys heading to Las Vegas play the Raiders. This should be a great game.
I don't know about great. I think it's going to be a mid game. I cannot stand Kenny. I think my number one pet peeve in life is now. It's not this. I'm going to tell you right now. It's watching shitty. Oh, sorry for my language. Crappy teams playing in prime time. I can't stand it. The Raiders in prime time is
Monday night game, right?
What's that?
Did you mind last Monday night game?
Which Monday night game?
Packers Eagles. I
didn't watch it. I don't have the game.
Oh yeah, you didn't mind.
And I was at the Kent State basketball game too. But even then, I don't really care about this game. The only reason why I'm going to watch it because the Cowboys and my dad's a Cowboys fan. So yeah, but I don't even think I'm going to watch tomorrow's game. I really don't care about the Patriots beating the Jets by 20 points. I don't. Do you?
You know it was not a shitty Monday Night Football game this past week.
Well, the Eagles and Packers are two good teams.
It was just a great defensive game.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Cowboys for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys as well. Geno Smith is trash. Pete Carroll is trash. Geno Smith might be the worst quarterback in football. I don't even know if that's up for debate. Like, he's actually horrible.
Why don't they start what they call Why don't they start Kenny Pickett?
Kenneth Pickett?
You know.
I don't know.
He's also Kenneth, you know.
Yeah, Kenneth Leaf Erickson. So.
You know Kenny Pickett is also Kenneth.
I know.
But yeah, let's get out of here. But yeah, any last word before we head out? Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. On my way to 800. Please.
My last words are I have 3 differences from Kenny. He has the Vikings winning. I have the Bears. He has the Eagles winning. I have the Lions. And then there was one more. Can't remember.
But yeah, before we head out, let's say in the comments, happy birthday to Max. It's Max's birthday today.
Thank you, everybody.
But yeah, happy birthday, Max. I can't say the happy birthday song because I'll be copyrighted because, you know, YouTube sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They care about money more than what's it called? Other things, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, go Packers, go Lakers, go Tigers, go Ravens, go Pistons. But yeah, any last word before that? Anything else?
Mm-hmm. I mean, what was the other difference I had?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Jaguars. I have the Jaguars. You have the Chargers.
Okay, but yeah, be yourself, don't be others. Happy birthday, Max, again. But yeah, love you guys. Later. Peace.